Hello, welcome to February 25th, 2022. My name is Kurt, and this is the Good Life Meditation, my daily reminder of my life principles and objectives. And I check to see how I'm doing with those, applying them to my day yesterday and to plan for the coming day. First, last night, I think I slept really well. I seem to remember waking up for a little while, of course in the wee hours, but for the most part, I think it was a solid 8 hours. I feel good as a result. Also, I did take time yesterday to do about 20 minutes of yoga. I think that makes a difference, and not a slight difference, a big difference. I notice that every time that I deliberately take that time, I feel much better, just overall in general. Um, I saw something yesterday in social media that I shared with my friend Juan, um, and it was a cartoon that said work, and it showed two pie charts, and it showed your from work, and it showed it was divided up, and it had a big slice of pie was commute, um, you know, socializing. There was another slice. Uh, uh, Getting lunch, and it had all others. I can't do a very good job, but one slice, not too large a slice, was work itself. So within the day, all the day's activities, when you're actually at the office, only a part of that is work. And then it had another corresponding pie chart just next to it that said at home, and it was just one thing, work. I sent that to Juan, and he responded, yeah, pretty much. Um, and that's definitely my experience. In terms of pure productivity, I am so much more productive from home than I was from work. For that very point, all the distraction elements. So much so that I mostly forget to take breaks, and I probably would not squeeze out a full hour's lunch break if it wasn't for the fact of the routine that I have, where Yumiko and I take the dogs for a walk to the dog park every day, and then I need the time to cook my lunch and to consume it. If, so yeah, I definitely I looked for a block. I should block it into my schedule. I should set a meeting block for yoga, because I get two 20-minute breaks in the morning and the afternoon. I should block one 30-minute block or a 40-minute block during the day for yoga, and use 30 minutes for the yoga, and then the 10 minutes to prepare. I have to change out of my work clothes into my yoga pants, into my shorts, and then I can, after that, I need another 5 minutes to switch back. I think I'll do that. So I think that's maybe part of the reason I feel good. Also, yesterday I finished the. I think I can say now, well, honestly, that I've finished the major works of Aristotle. I read I think 6 of his books in a compendium called Man in the Universe, and I think it was books on biology, ethics, politics, poetry, and what he called poetics, and then, or he didn't call it that. He spoke Latin. Oh, well, the translators translated to poets, but really it was drama, the art of drama and theater, and poetry, and then one that I can't remember. Of all of those, definitely the one on politics was the most interesting. I would have thought that the book on biology, well, the book of biology was striking, mainly as Aristotle just had it so wrong. he just His conceptions of how animals work and plants, uh, more so animals, was just way off. But kudos to him for giving it a try. Wow. But a lot of the other stuff he really was spot on. Granted, he was standing on the shoulders of giants, such as Epicurus and Lucretius, who I'm reading now. I started reading Aristotle's collected works, and I got about halfway through, and my mind was just boggled. I mean, I'll confess, I didn't understand half of what was in there, especially in the Nicomachean Ethics. I just, it reminded me too much of math, the formulations. I got a lot out of it. That's his book on ethics, compiled by his son, Nicomachia, I think his name was. So I got it halfway through and I said, I need a break. So I picked up Lucretius's book on the nature of the universe, and I got about halfway through that, and I was like, Kurt, now you're reading two books at once, and that violates the principle of just one thing slowly. So I put this aside and focused on that, which is now on the finished side of the bookshelf. And then now I'm back on this. But there, I must say, that probably helped to contribute to my sense of well-being today. It feels good to be able to think that I now have in my brain the influence of having read for myself the collected works of the surviving works and major collected works of Aristotle, even though I only understood half, or even when I say understood, I mean understood what the heck the writing was saying. It doesn't mean I understood the concept. Maybe that was 25%, if that, and probably some good portion of that I got wrong. It's really a book that would be worth reading again, but I will not. For two reasons. One, there's just too many other damn things to read. And two, I was just not drawn to Aristotle's writing style. Like, I could easily read anything that Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote over and over again. In fact, if I was stuck on a desert island, I would probably choose the House of the Seven Gables. If I could take one book with me, it would probably be The House of the Seven Gables by Nathaniel Hawthorne, which I would just read over and over and over and over again. That or The Grapes of Wrath. No, it wouldn't be The Grapes of Wrath. It was, Nathaniel Hawthorne. Grapes of Wrath is amazing, but lots of amazing books that I've enjoyed, but nothing, literally I feel like a swooning woman. Hawthorne takes my breath away with his characters and imagery. Leave it like that. So let's get started. Other than that, it was a very good solid day at work, and a good night's sleep. So let's go. The Good Life Meditation. Let's see if I can do all 30 today. I missed one yesterday. Never figured out what it was. Seven objectives. 1, to be always ready to die. 2, to make good and effective use of my time. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. 4, to cultivate good emotional reactions. 5, to perform good actions. 6, to recognize true limits and true opportunities. And 7, to just do one thing at a time and to do that thing slowly, which I'm not doing now. I'm consciously aware of that. I'm going to continue with this because I have another purpose, which is to see if I can successfully catalog all 7 and 30, which I just did the 7. Let's see if I can do the 30 in a lightning round. 1, war. 2, reason. 3, the Homunculus. 4, the Anchorhold. 5, the home of good and evil. Keep tally here. 6, atomic principle. 7, principle of nature. 8, the pirate ride. 9, maturity. 10, the social principle. 11, public speaking. 12, temperance. 13, the horror show. 14, that which must be borne. 15, the Feast of Offal, halfway. 16, the social principle. 17, the principle of public speaking. 18, distraction. 19, the agency in the great indifference. 20, the best seat in the house. 2/3 of the way. 21, Path of Wildness. 22, this is where I think I messed up. The risk of avoiding risk. 23, sin and damnation. 24, complete oblivion. 25, the great life adventure. I might be okay. 26, the season of philosophy. I think I'm good. 27, the bullseye aim. That's the one I may have missed. 28, uphill climb. 29, now I made a mistake in the other way. How did I do this? 29, I think I went to, how did I add one? I think I did 20, what? 29 is, after the uphill climb comes arena and utility. 30 is then, well, 30 is supposed to be the principle of fun, but I still have yet to do nothing is enough, and then the principle of fun. Now I'm at 31. I must have done one twice. How is that even possible? Unless my counting was off. You know, a mistake with my fingers. Well, clearly, either I'm making mistakes every day, which is okay, or going fast like that is messing me up. Just a second. I know it was with the principles that I got it. War, reason, homunculus, Anchorhold, home of good and evil, purpose. Did I do the principle of purpose? Atomic principle, I've got too many. The principle of nature, the pirate ride, maturity, social, public, temperance, Feast of Offal, distraction, agency in the great indifference, the best seat in the house, the path of wildness, risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the great life adventure, the season of philosophy, bullseye aim, uphill climb, arena and utility. Oh, this is an old copy of the book. It's only got 27 principles, so this isn't reliable. You're an old book. Anyway, well, I'm not going to fuss about it. It's not that dang important. Although it is the purpose of this daily video, Kurt. Yeah, I could maybe put a cheat sheet up there. Maybe put something up there, kind of in the spirit of, what was that philosopher's name who had in his little castle? He had the upstairs room. He had little maxims all the way across so he could remember. I could do that, but it feels like cheating. It's more of a challenge to try to pull it out of my head. Maybe what I'll do next time is go slower. We'll see. Anyway, let's plan for the day. I have the day off. I'm going to do my cleaning today. Oh, tax day. I'm going to do taxes. I have one more thing to download, and then I'm going to send it all to my accountant so that she can do the taxes. That's my main purpose today, nothing else. If I finish that, when I finish that, then I'm going to clean. Then I'll work on cleaning the house. Maybe my wife can join me for lunch, if she can take some time. And then do a lot of reading. Maybe. It's kind of a free and open day. Maybe take a nice long walk or hike again like I did before. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Be safe, but not too safe.